Maximize Your Influence is your podcast for the latest persuasion, sales, and negotiation techniques. Our mission is to help you influence on command, anyone, anytime, anywhere. Your host is the author of Persuasion IQ, Laws of Charisma, and the best-selling book, Maximum Influence. Now, your host, Kurt Mortensen.
Hey, here's a quick snippet from my podcast, Maximize Your Influence. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe at MaximizeYourInfluence.com. Number 13, the decoy. Interesting. You see this in the supermarket. Let's say you're shopping for deodorant, right? You look at all the deodorant there and you narrowed it down to one brand, but then there's this one that has 20% more and it's the same price. That's usually a decoy when it has 20% more or it's a cheaper price than everything else. It's a no-brainer. It looks better than everything else. People buy it. It's known as a decoy. You see real estate agents doing this. You tell them you want a house for $300,000. They'll show you one for $300,000 in a bad neighborhood falling apart, smells bad. Then they show you the other house that's $300,000. That's a contrast. That's a decoy, also known as contrast, to where the next house looks a lot better. That's maybe if you're interviewing for a job, send your friend to go before you and have them do a rotten job. You'll look better. Or someone has a terrible idea in a meeting, you go next. Your idea is going to sound better. That's all a decoy. Okay? It's all a decoy. In fact, they did a study with magazine. You can do an internet only or you can do a physical copy. So the first option was $59 is internet only. Or you could do the physical for $68. Or you could do them both together for $125. So most people just chose the internet only. But then when they came out with a decoy, a bigger offer, we talked about that a little bit before. When they say $59 internet only, 16 chose. When they said $125 print only, 0 chose. Why would I do that? That's the decoy. Then they said, or you could do $125 internet and print. And of course, well, duh, 84 chose. It's kind of the decoy. Well, why wouldn't I do that for a little extra? And you see that in the movie theaters. You've already spent $5 for a soda. For an extra 50 cents, we can supersize that just a little bit more because of the decoy price that's in there. This is also known as priming. I talked about the law of involvement. Look at your podcast archives for involvement. Priming is an interesting one that kind of changes your brain a little bit as far as expectations are concerned. It's also a decoy where they brought students in and made it really easy to cheat on this test. Before they took the test, they asked half of them, hey, can you recall a couple books you read in high school? And then they took the test, and a lot of them cheated. And then the other group, they said, can you recall a couple books from the Bible? That priming, okay, is an interesting one because very few of them cheated. Another example is they had the students doing word puzzles. Half of them were doing word puzzles with very rude words. And the other half had very polite words. And then putting these word puzzles together, and then they were done, they had to go talk to the proctor, the person doing the study, and the proctor was talking to someone. They were told just to keep talking until they were interrupted. And they found that those doing the rude words interrupted twice as fast as the ones doing the polite words. That's priming. That's a decoy. That's how the brain works. Those are subconscious triggers. It's a real part of influence, persuasion, and especially pricing. Thanks for listening. To listen to the rest of the podcast or subscribe, it's MaximizeYourInfluence.com.